I run my corporate business, and I try to stay on top of my game, and I try to eat, and try to, mess with good people like yourself, man, and show love to brothers like yourself, and hopefully you show love back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all I'm at, man. I don't care about what nobody say about me, man. I don't even count, man. So I ain't even got a picture of a bitch, man. You know what I'm saying? So, how can I, judge the game? You know what I'm saying? Me and tell niggas what to do. All I can do is warn niggas and tell them, nigga, this is the repercussion of what you're doing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care. You know what I mean? Get 50 hoes. That's your business. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But, remember, though, what Ken said, though.
So you said you can find your book on Amazon or what other
Yeah, you can find it on you can go to PIMPIN.net, which is the best place to go. Just hit the blue button that says buy this book here, and it'll take you straight to Lulu.com. You can get it at Lulu.com. You can get it at Barnes and Noble. You can get it at Books A Million. It's almost available everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So, it just depends on the individual, if they want to go and copy it, you know what I'm saying? But the best place to get it is PIMPIN.net, you know what I'm saying? And they can follow me on Instagram, @RealPimpKen, RealPimpKen, and I usually post up information every day on there.
Okay, I was gonna say, what would you say is the difference from the first book that you had put out? What would be the?
Well, the first book, man, it was like a mini biography. You know what I'm saying? It was telling me, telling niggas, what I'm saying, how I used to get down, how I used to spend my game, but it was at the same time I was trying to show people the 48 hours of the game, different levels of the game. With this book, it's actually showing you how I put the game down. To show you how did I meet 50 Cent. You know what I'm saying? How did I get in the entertainment business? How was I knocking niggas for their ditches? You know what I'm saying? How did I outsmart people? You know what I mean? It's just it's like the 48 laws of power. You know what I mean? It show you strategies and plots and plans and maneuvers and so on and so forth, that you can use, you know what I mean, in your everyday life. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be a pimp.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To read this book. My other books, you know what I'm saying, it was the book for everybody, but this book is really like the 48 laws of power. It's like the art of war. That's why I call it the art of human chess, a steady guide to winning, because I show you different ways to win. I show you how Barack Obama became president of the United States, you know what I mean, in the game. You know what I mean? People don't like it, but I refer to Barack as a player in the book because he played his way to the top. You know what I'm saying? It couldn't have happened if he didn't have game, if he didn't play chess. You know what I'm saying? Me meeting 50 Cent and Puffy and all these guys having them endorse me, I had to play chess. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't play checkers, you know what I'm saying, because they were multi-millionaires. They won't let anybody run up. Anybody can't run up on 50 Cent or all these guys, man. These guys got millions and millions of dollars in plenty of security.
Yeah.
These guys, I befriended these guys, and they were, like, very open to me. You know what I'm saying? They let me into their world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They gave me free publicity. I always tell people, I said, when you see me on the 50 Cent video, the PIMP video, I said, Tippy Ken said, don't down them crowners. Don't you think Def Jam would have said, Def Jam, don't down them crowners? Or Coca-Cola would have loved to say, Coca-Cola said, don't down them crowners? They pay for those endorsements. I got it for free.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got on the Lil Jon album, so 8 million people. I said, www.50ken.net, you funky bitch. I mean, you can't beat that. You know what I mean? To get on the album, you know what I'm saying? And 8 million people hear you promote your website, you know what I'm saying? That's the type of shit. That's the type of shit I be trying to teach these dudes, man. I be trying to teach them, man, look, man, you know what I'm saying? I did the same thing Coca-Cola did. The difference between Coca-Cola paid them dudes, I got on there for free. And not only did I get on there for free, but if you go look over YouTube, you can see 50 Cent doing commercials for me. You know what I'm saying? Real commercials. You know what I'm saying? P. Diddy, Nelly, all these guys, man, they all work, show me love, man. These guys show me love, and all I did was, I used my brains, man. So that's what I'm trying to teach guys, man. How you do that? You know what I'm saying? There's a way. You know what I'm saying? Okay, yeah, I can sit down, I can break down the pimp game 99 ways. I'm gonna write my book. I'm gonna write my autobiography. I'm gonna write a book, you know what I'm saying, on pimping called Inside a Pimp Stable. I'm gonna write a book called The Gambler. I'm gonna write a bunch of street books. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm from the streets, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Let me lace you on other levels first. Let me show you game from another perspective.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let me show you, you know what I'm saying, how to use the application of game, how to apply game. And then, you know what I'm saying, you'll be able to understand when I'm in there and I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying, how, I manage 15 hoes. You know what I'm saying? And you know how, you know what I'm saying? I had bitches in pockets, you know what I'm saying? Hoes holding their head down, you know what I'm saying? When I walked in the room, you know what I'm saying? Hoes kissing my feet, you know what I'm saying? I did that, you know what I mean? I was young, you know what I mean? I was intelligent, but that's the way we thought back in the day. You know what I mean? That's the way we got out. You know what I mean? And that's just, that's just the way it goes. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
But how I look at it in this society where we're in, where they basically want every black man deballed. That's why I say, people reach back to pimping, not so much you're going hard on females, but your intellect, using your mind, knowing how to maneuver through certain situations. That's what the times are missing. A lot of these dudes ain't sharp like that. That's why, I try to provide
because,
that.
Because they run themselves, man. Have you been to Chicago lately?
Yeah, I've been seeing everything going on in Chicago.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, do you see how many people are dying in Chicago? You know why they're dying? Because the system locked up all the fathers and put all the mothers on drugs, so the young people are raising themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You remember when we was little, man, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how old you is, but if we killed somebody, you know what I'm saying, back 30 years ago, man, we'd be nervous and scared to death and thinking about going to hell and some more stuff.
Yeah.
You know, man, these dudes, they kill you and they go and smoke a blunt.
Yeah, because they desensitized now. They got the society is so desensitized now where like killing somebody is nothing. But I mean, it is something because it's you killing your own people. It's like genocide. You can't do that.
Okay, well, you remember in Baltimore where that mother came out and looked that boy. The mother, she beat the boy.
Yeah, I seen that.
In front of everybody. Okay, imagine if they let all these fathers out of prison instead of being greedy son of a bitches as they is, that want to suck the blood of the poor. You know what I mean? And take the money, you know what I'm saying, taxpayers' money and use it, you know what I'm saying, to manipulate the taxpayer and make the taxpayer think they're keeping criminals in jail. And said, what's violent about selling some drugs? Man, I ain't never seen a drug dealer violent, man, unless he was at war with somebody or he had some beef. Man, what's violent? What's so